Protecting patient data is crucial as healthcare relies more on technology. Hackers often target hospitals like in 2015 when NTM lost 80 million records in a breach. Recently, another healthcare company suffered a major breach due to poor security, exposing sensitive data like medical records and billing details. This caused privacy violations, legal trouble, and financial losses. To prevent such breaches, healthcare providers must use strong security measures like encryption, network segmentation, and regular testing. Staying vigilant is essential to protect patients and organizations.
A data breach is an incident where the information is stolen or taken from a system without the knowledge or authorization of the system owner. In this scenario, the sensitive data of a patient like the billing info are being stolen. The breach occurs through the method like phishing, where it is a type of cyber attack that use fraudulent emails, text message, phone calls, or website to trick people into sharing sensitive data, downloading malware, or otherwise exposing themselves to the cybercrime. Phishing attacks are a form of social engineering. Other method is brute force attack, which attackers try every possible combination of password, paraphrase, or encryption key until they find the correct one, and then the last method is malware. These data breaches can happen due to the weakness in technology and also user behavior. Our main focus is weakness of technology, such as the lack of network segmentation and also unencrypted data. As we know that one of the causes of the data breach is unencrypted data, before we go further about it, we must know what is the encrypted data. Encrypted data is the data that has been converted into a code or ciphertext that can only be read by people with access to a secret key or a password. Since the scenario described the theft of the sensitive patient data, such as medical records, billing informations, and personal identification numbers, all the data was saved in a plain text or in encrypted format. With the access to the hospital system, hackers would also be able to view, retrieve, and alterize the data without the need for the description key. Lack of network segmentation is one of the causes of the data breach. Before that, what is network segmentation? Network segmentation is the process of breaking up a computer network into a smaller subnetwork. Networks are arranged via network segmentation. By separating the network segmentation and implementing the subnetwork security that restrict the lateral movement, network segmentation aims to lower the quantity of assets or resources in a particular network segment. Network segmentations operate based on the type of a network. A few methods, including VLAN segmentation, logical segmentation, and physical segmentation, can be used to divide our network. For example, resources that have different security levels and requirements should be placed in a different zone that are protected by the firewall according to their appropriate policies. A week of network segmentation will cause the scenario above.
Data breach can lead to potential theft of someone's identity as well as loss of money and decrease in the reputation of organizations. There are a few reasons why data breach in healthcare can happen. Firstly, unencrypted data storage. Data that is unencrypted and stored electronically in devices such as laptops, tablets, and USBs may be at high risk if these devices are stolen or lost. If such devices are either lost or stolen and the data is unencrypted, they become a prime targets for unauthorized access that could lead to potential data breaches without needing any special tools or passwords. This kind of scenario takes place in a medical environment when the data consists of medical records and identification numbers and also includes billing details and insurance information. For example, when a health worker is on a trip and if he loses his laptop and it is not encrypted, a thief can take the files and manipulate the data for malicious purposes. In response to this danger, when a device is stolen, hospital systems need to be assured that all the disks are encrypted such that the sensitive data is still accessible, but only to authorized persons or else the information cannot be read without the encryption key. Second, lack of network segmentation is also one of the causes in healthcare data breach. In many healthcare organizations, the key reason for poor network segmentation is attributed to poor network design, which aim more at convenience and efficiency rather than security. In most cases of poorly designed networks, these organizations build a flat network structure where all devices, systems, and applications are interconnected without segmentation. This means that every entity on network would be treated equally. As a result of this, a single compromise point such as an employee device can lead to widespread exploitation of patients' record. For instance, without segmentation, low-risk devices could provide attackers an easy access to a high-risk system containing sensitive patients' information. This occurs when networks designers fail to prioritize cybersecurity during the design phase. To mitigate this risk, Implement network segmentation by isolating systems based on the sensitivity of the data, such as electronic health records, should be completely isolated from guest networks. This restrains the attacker's movement if they gain access to one part of the network.
Weak credentials are a common cause of data breaches in healthcare. Simple or reused passwords make it easy for hackers to access patient data through brute force or stolen credentials. When employees use the same passwords for multiple systems, hackers can move quickly between them. To prevent this, organizations must enforce strong password policies. Passwords should be at least 8 to 12 characters, include upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols, and be changed regularly. Strong credentials are essential to protecting sensitive patient data.
When a healthcare data breach occurs, it has a significant and far-reaching impact on patients, healthcare provider, and the broader healthcare ecosystem. The consequences extend beyond privacy and security, affecting the integrity of medical data and the quality of patient care. Firstly, patient privacy and security are compromised. Personal and medical data such as name, addresses, social security number, medical histories, and insurance details are exposed. This breach of confidentiality violates patient trust and endangers their privacy and safety. Exposed information can lead to embarrassment, discrimination, and emotional distress. For instance, if a patient's long-term illness or mental health condition become public, it could result in bias or unnecessary attention. Additionally, patients face risk of financial and identity theft. Stolen personal information can be used for fraud action like unauthorized credit accounts, loans, or purchases. Medical identity theft is another serious issue. Stolen data may be used by others to obtain medical services in the patient's name, which can lead to incorrect treatment and put patients at risk. Protecting healthcare data is crucial for maintaining trust and ensuring patient safety. Let's safeguard our health by securing our data.
Next, we go to the second point, which is manipulation or corruption of medical data. Patient data is at risk due to unencrypted storage and poor network security, and these vulnerabilities make it easy for hackers to manipulate medical records. Such tampering can have several consequences, such as incorrect allergy information, which could cause dangerous reactions, alter medication dose, which could lead to overdose, and corrupted records, which could delay accurate diagnosis. To prevent this risk, we must encrypt data, enhance network security, and train staff to handle cybersecurity threats. Protecting patient data is critical to ensuring safety and trust. Last point, I will discuss how disruption in healthcare system can negatively impact patient care. When healthcare systems go offline for maintenance or data breach investigation, it disrupts essential services like surgeries, treatments, and emergency care, leaving patients and providers in limbo. Additionally, with patient records, schedules, and billings, inaccessible staff are forced to rely on slower, manual processes, making care delivery inefficient and prone to error. Moreover, appointments can be delayed or even cancelled because critical data, such as lab results or imaging reports, is unavailable, preventing timely decision on making. Furthermore, even modern medical devices like X-ray and MRI can be affected by this disruption, causing delays in diagnosis and treatment planning. In the end, all of these interruptions contribute to poor patient care, demonstrating the importance of maintaining smooth and secure healthcare operations.
Based on the scenario that has been provided, our group applied Firewall as our security principle to mitigate the data breach. Firewall acts as a data protection strategy. We intended to use Firewall to protect data and reduce the risk of breach. First, a firewall blocks malicious attack and unwanted traffic by analyzing data packet and applying security rules. They can detect and stop suspicious activity, such as malware infection and unauthorized access attempt. So what Firewall do is, first, control staff internet usage. Firewall can track the network activity of the company staff, including website visited and application use. It also aids in spotting suspicious activities such as attempt to visit unauthorized website. Hence, Firewall can prevent phishing scam by blocking suspicious links that are included in emails or website. Many data breaches occur due to accidental staff action, so Firewall can mitigate this risk by acting as a safeguard. Next, access control. Firewall also can be access control to the internet network that can prevent unauthorized user or system from connecting to sensitive resources such as printer or server. Based on this figure, it illustrates that the role of firewall that act as a protective barrier between internet networks such as computer, server, and printer and the internet. It is also stated that external threats such as hacking attempt or phishing are filtered by the firewall. This ensures that malicious traffic does not reach internal resources like server or printer. Next, content filtering. Firewall can block or filter outbound traffic based on content by using content filtering capabilities to prevent unauthorized or harmful data from leaving the network. Content filtering can work by inspection of outbound traffic. The firewall examines the content of packets as they leave the network, which can be accomplished by analyzing metadata, such as the IP address or URL. If the packet matches a restrict rule, it will discard the packet or drop an entire connection to prevent further communication. There are several types of content filtering, including keyword, file extension, and URL filtering. The advantage of filtering outbound content is that the company can prevent the sensitive or confidential data from unintentionally leaking to the network.
Besides using firewalls, we also use data encryption to prevent sensitive data from being stolen. Data encryption is the process of transforming sensitive data into unreadable code, which is essential for protect any sensitive data. This guarantees that the stolen data cannot be used without the right decryption keys. There are many types of data encryption, but we only use two of them, which is Advanced Encryption Standard (AES) and Attribute-Based Encryption (ABE), or to be specific, we use Ciphertext Policy Attribute-Based Encryption (CPABE). For AES, it encrypts and decrypts data using the same key. It encrypts and decrypts 128 bits of data, and it takes 10 rounds for the encryption process. Each round has 4 operations, which is substitute bytes, shift keys, mix columns, and add round keys. However, for the last round, mix column operation is not performed. For the encryption process, 128 bits of plain text is converted into 128 bits of ciphertext. And for the decryption process, it is only the reverse operation of all operations performed by the encryption process. Next is CPABE. For this technique, it is applied before data is transferred to a cloud environment to ensure data can be secured. In CPABE scheme, by including the access policy in the ciphertext, the data owner can indicate which users are authorized to access the data. To create private keys that relate to a set of user attributes, ABE schemes depend on reliable and trustworthy authority. These schemes can ensure data can securely be exchanged among healthcare organizations through a cloud environment. Before applying encryption, the data owner in the CPABE system is controlled by a set of access policy. The encrypted data and access policy will then outsourced to cloud storage by the data owner. If the receiver is satisfied with the selected access policy, the data will be decrypted. But CPABE also has privacy preservation issues. Due to that, improvements need to be made by adding 2 more modules in the encryption phase, which are hashing and policy hiding. And for the decryption phase, adding a hashing verification module so that we can maintain data integrity.
Tools in our project. We use Google Docs for our project because it makes compiling our work and tracking everyone's progress and updates easy. When we need information for the project, we use Google Search to find any information on we need. For creating slides for our video presentation, we rely on Canva, and since we have online classes, we stay connected through WhatsApp to discuss about the project.